Good morning. Welcome back to the JagCorner. I'm Will Thorup, and today we are continuing our Let's Play of Myst. If you weren't here yesterday, we got through Channelwood. It's this kind of swampy, tree-ridden place where you go up into the trees, and there's all these abandoned huts built into the trees, and we found a red page and got out of there. It was pretty quick, actually. Went pretty quickly. Today we're going to go to I can't remember what it's called. I think it's the Mechanical Age or something like that. We'll look at the books and see if we can find the name for it. Salentic? Is that what it is? Nah, I think that's another age. Can't remember. Anyways, that's what we're going to do today. I don't think I have any other news. I didn't notice anything of particular note in the Atari Age forums. I haven't noticed anything on Twitter, so I'm wondering if I should wait a little bit and talk a little bit before people show up, but I don't know. Maybe we should just get started. That rarely happens here. Yeah, I don't have too much else to talk about except for, not much. If you haven't already, let me jump over to it. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter at JagCorner, JagCorner.com. We don't do a newsletter very often. I'm trying to get to a once a month thing. But the reason why you want to sign up for that newsletter is just you'll get some content early on that's specific to BitJag, our programming group, stuff to do with the game. I'm also hoping to get some tutorials worked up for the removers library here soon, and that will be exclusive to I gotta fix that. Exclusive to newsletter subscribers, at least initially, and then they'll be public. But yeah, anyways, subscribe to that when you get the chance. Other than that, if you're in the chat, shout out, let me know you're there. I would like to chat. Myst is a little bit of a slower game, and so there will definitely be some dead space. So if you want to talk about Jag games or 3D on the Jag or anything else like that, I'm open to those conversations. Anyways, let's get started. Little known fact about the Jag is you can swap the CD while it's on. It's built to do that. And so you just have to close the lid and it will load whatever disk you have in there. If you turn here just a little bit. I need to get a nice swivel chair. I don't have one. That would make this quite a bit easier. Anyways, the reason why, let me check the audio. It's gonna be pretty loud on that intro animation. So if you've read the Jaguar SDK, you'll know that you can do multi-CD games on the Jag, which may not be a huge surprise. I imagine most CD platforms, even like the 3DO and stuff like that, probably can do that. It's just whether that's useful or not. I just always found that fantastic because when I was growing up, I was used to multi-CD games on the PlayStation, and I always thought it was a little weird we didn't see that on the Jag or many other consoles. And so, but you need to justify that many CDs. And speaking of multi-CD games, I kind of wish that they had ported Riven over to the Jag, but by the time that was done, the Jag was already out the door. So anyways, but I believe there is technically one game that uses those functions, even though it's not a multi-CD game, and that's Protector. So Protector is technically a homebrew, and I believe that one's by Songbird Productions. And the way it works is you put in the cartridge. That's where most of the game is, but you can add additional content to the game by dropping Protector Resurgence into the CD-ROM drive. And so it's the only game I know of that actually does that in existence. I'm sure there's something like on the Sega CD or something that might do that, but possibly. I shouldn't say I'm sure. There's probably something. But yeah, that's the only game that I know of that does something like that, where the content is expanded by a CD-ROM drive. But I imagine that it uses the same calls to swap the CD and everything. Anyways, so there's your little bit of Jaguar programming for the day. Try to get this microphone in a slightly better position. I'm watching the levels here, and it looks like it could be just a little bit louder. Forgive me if you're on headphones. That should be a bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna bump the audio up on the game. Yeah. Okay. Poor
I
actress.
realized the moment I fell
Continuously
into
falling
the
into
book
that
would
fissure
not be destroyed
over
as
and
I had
over
planned.
and over.
It continued falling.
Okay, let's get started. Let's give him a break. So, hopefully I saved my game. We're gonna find out here. Should just be this A. Ooh, whoops. I don't want to save over it. A to load. Resume game. Yes. Oh, look at that. It's saved. If you remember, when we came back, we were looking up at the ceiling of the library. Okay, I wanted to go see if we can find the book for the next world we're going to. It's the book, yeah, I think this is it. I wanted to find a name for it. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures, and it was. The sky here is dark and gray and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble. Okay, so I'm not gonna... If you really want to read this, you can. 3 high hills. I'm merely a friend. Hoping to find a name for this age, but maybe it isn't mentioned in game. I know some of them are. It seems like some of them may not be. We started long ago. I decided to be. Oh yeah, I think this has the story of the black ships in it. I think it's this one. Seems like it is. Can't remember. Let me know if you're there in the chat. Love to talk. Oh yeah, this is definitely... Began experimenting with my visits to the Aspermere. If it will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. Okay, so there's a clue that we'll need for this one. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide... Oh, there it is. We're going to zoom out to take a look. So there's 3 places we can go to, and it rotates, so that's another clue. Sufficient protection for all of us. Black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. There's the insignia of the black ship. Last night we had a small celebration. The old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned black to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that the sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe. I have begun, but first I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the Tide, and Catherine is Atris's wife, if you do not know that already. You don't actually see her in this game, and in later versions of the game, oh, no, that was somebody else. That was Tiana. So, Atris's mom, Tiana, there's a grave that they put out in the trees in later versions of the game, the real-time versions anyways. And maybe a few other ports. I know they did some ports to like the Nintendo DS and the PSP, and I think that those versions were screen to screen like this version of the game, but they had just taken screenshots from the real-time version of the game and did that. So I believe in my travels I've found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to Mechanical Age. So it is called Mechanical Age. That's what we were looking for. One day and find the population growing in my fortress still strong, though the sky may always be black. I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. So, you know, these little swirls at the end of the paragraphs, those are new. I don't remember those in the original version of the game, so I'm pretty sure those are new. Anyways, so we're going to go to the Mechanical Age. First thing we need to do is rotate the tower so we can get the key for the first puzzle to access the linking book. And I believe I have a piece of paper here somewhere. I am going to keep notes. Okay. Yeah, I have a paper here that I can keep notes on. In fact, I'm going to move this. There we go. That way I can write on it a bit easier. Okay, so we need to rotate the tower probably over to here is my guess. That'll give us the first key. Back out of here. Huh. It seems like in the PC version game you could back out while that sound is still going. So the Jag may be a little bit limited what it can do there. Go up into the tower and check out the... Oh, I'm going to give zip mode a try here. So, if we go here to the options menu, pointer speed, fast, zip mode. Gotta be one of these. Fast, on. There we go. Okay. So, if you hover over, I think it's like, yeah, there we go. The center, there's certain points on the screen that you can hover over, and it gives you that lightning bolt so you can quickly travel. Close the door. Yeah. And that button has hover mode, so it just skips the video, which is nice. I turn the game down just a little bit. There we go. Let's see what it's looking at. So you'll notice the icon here under the ladder is a book, because that's what it's showing you is where the linking book is located. So it's located inside that gear. That. We have two things this time. a time 240 and another code 2,2,1. So where's a clock? Does anybody remember where the clock is? Clock is at the tower to the south, or the far end of the island, relative to the tower anyways. So we're going to go down there and see if we put in 240, see if that will do anything for us. This area loads fairly quickly, except when we go in there. Must be on a different part of the CD. Oh, that zip mode's kind of nice. That doesn't really skip around. Is there a zip mode? Nope. There. There we go. Zip. That is really quite nice. On this. Oh, look at that. That'll skip. Ha! That's nice. Just skips all that. That's a bit faster. Okay. So let's go to the far end of the island. See if we have a zip mode. Doesn't look like it's giving us one. Okay, so I messed around with the clock before, and so I'll need to work with it again. Oh man, they had to render all the faces of that clock in every position. That's a lot of images. So right now we're looking at, what is that, 5:05? So let's do the minute hand first, which we'll need to rotate, hit, let's see here. How many times is that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So 7 for the minutes, and for the hour hand, I assume it only goes one direction. So 7 times for the minutes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times for the hour hand. So 7 and 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's weird. Sometimes it doesn't seem to register. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's check it before we hit the button, just in case I'm off. Oh, there we go, 240, right? That looks right to me. Of course, I've messed up on looking at clocks before, so. Oh, did something. There we go. It's weird, the audio seems to be a little bit delayed on the video. Don't know why. Okay. Let's go across here. Hey, and there's our last switch. Turn that on. Let's go in here and see what's going on. Ah. So this puzzle is a bit tricky. Can I get any closer? That may be it. So we probably need to do the code 221 from top to bottom. Of course, well, I guess it isn't very dark for you guys. You guys can see it pretty well. The contrast is a little bit screwed up on my screen. Let me see if I can fix that really quick. I mean, it looks fine for you guys. It doesn't look fine for me. Let's see if I can fix that really quick. Let me know if you're in the chat. I'm surprised nobody's dropped in yet. Let's see, your standard custom. No, that's even worse. That's even worse. Let's see here. Well, that definitely doesn't help. That doesn't help. We may be stuck with what we have. Just feel like the blacks are a little bit crushed. Other than that, it's fine. Well, not gonna worry about it. I know this. Oh, sorry about that. I know this game well enough that I can get around. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So if we do this one, it does the bottom two. Do this one, it does the top two. So we can't rotate the middle one independently, or can we? So here is something, and I don't even know if there's a clue for this somewhere. Maybe there is in the books, but the many times I've played this, I always forget that you can hold this down and rotate the center independently. And once you learn that, it makes this puzzle pretty darn easy. So, in fact, it makes it really easy. But you only have so many pulls. So like right now we've already used up all of our pulls, and so you have this big lever over here, and it just resets everything. So to do this one, I think all you have to do is pull this twice, pull this once. In fact, you just pull and hold this once until you get back around to 2 on the center, right there, and there you go. It's a really easy puzzle once you learn that you can hold that lever down. I remember the first few times playing this game, like I'd spend 20-30 minutes on this puzzle. I'm just like, I don't think you can do it, and I don't think you can do it without knowing that you can hold down that lever. Maybe you can do it without holding down that lever, but I don't think you can. So anyways, the gear opened up to show us that the actual gear up on top of the hill has opened up. Oh, that's a nice view. Look at that. Does this turn? Oh, that turns us all the way around. The water's really green in this world for some reason. Hey, we got a lightning bolt. Cool. So we can lightning bolt there. Can't do it there. Yeah, the lightning bolt's pretty useful. Let's see if there's one here really quick. Yeah. Whoa. That's nice. That's nice. And on we go to the mechanical age. There's our linking book. Let's watch the little fly around. I think this one really gives you any clues, except for it shows you that there's these different islands, and if you haven't looked at the book, this would be new to you. So, yeah, there's these different islands, these cool gears sunken in the water. Kind of fun. Why they would have needed these huge gears. It seems like the gears are a little bit out of scale with the structure that they're building, but maybe not. Maybe not. Anyways, let's go. Oh, what are we looking at? Did we go anywhere? Oh, we did. Ah, and if you'll notice, when we were reading the books, or reading the book, they talked about the skies being black, and now they are not. So something has changed in this world. And spoilers, it's not an important detail, it's just a story detail I wanted to point out. Because if you hadn't read the books, you wouldn't appreciate that whatever they did before did have some sort of effect to get rid of the black skies. Let's take a look at this. Looks like there's some sort of entrance or something there. Ah, and then looks like there's a code of some sort that we need to get in order to open this up. So we could sit here and randomly select a bunch of things. In fact, I may be able to remember what the code is. It's been a while though. It's been at least a few months since the last time I played through the game, so I don't remember the code offhand. But anyway. Okay, let's go over to this building to check this out. There's the other island over there, which it looks like we may need to navigate to that at some point. Kind of an interesting metal building. Looks like we have two pathways we can go down. Let's go down here to the left first. We are looking for the red page. It looks like we are in Sirius's room here. Ooh, there's the spaceship from the Myst Island, and that could be our little sunken boat too. Interesting. Picture of a beautiful lady. Interesting. It's here. Hey, there's the clock. And a spyglass of some sort, which is looking at nothing. We may want to come back and look at this when we rotate the room. I don't think I've ever done that, actually. Is this a drawer? Nope. These colored shapes. They don't seem to do anything when I click on them. That will lead us back to the other room. We're not done here, though. Let's go look at this other. Looks like a bird. I don't know what painting that is in the background. I'm not familiar with that one. Click on this bird. Oh, it looks like there's a little lever. Can I rotate it? Oh, yeah. How long can I hold it? Oh. Oh, fun. And it looks like we have a throne. Oh, look at that picture of a king. Is that Napoleon? Yeah, it looks like Napoleon. Can we look at that chess box? We can look at that. It seems like we can. Got a throne. Can't seem to do anything with that. Anything we can do with the throne? Oh, we can sit in it. That's interesting. Don't see anything special from the throne. Look at this back here. This looks a little bit different. Can you go back there? Ah! Secret tunnel. Ah, so Sirius had a room, a secret room. It's wine. What's this? Cirrus, your grued? Your greed sickens me. Huh. Your desire for wealth and plunder is never satisfied. I will instruct my subjects not to pay your new tax, and you know they'll listen to me. Regards, Achenar. Looks like there's some bad feelings between the brothers. Hey, there's our red page. And our treasure chest. I don't know if there's anything else of interest here. There's some more money. Treasure chests. Let's get out of here. I assume Achenar has a room as well, so let's continue walking around this place. See if we can find that. Huh. Looks like there's another room here. Push the button, see what happens. Let's go down and check this out. I don't know if I want to mess with this yet. I'm not sure what it does. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go find Achenar's room here first. Maybe we'll find some clues. Ah, here we go. Here's Achenar's room. Let's go take a look at the throne first. Oh, there's some sort of machine right there. Interesting. Oh, whoops. I accidentally clicked on there's a secret room here too. Let's go check that out. Oh, this looks a little more nefarious. Cage or something here. Ugh. Looks like you can electrify somebody. Fits Achenar's MO, right? A little more greedy, tribal, violent. What's in here? Oh. Looks like a skull or something. A rotting corpse. Got poisons over here. Oh, and there's the blue page down there. We aren't doing Achenar though. We're doing Cirrus in this playthrough. What's this? Oh, it's a chopping block. I wonder what he was chopping off. Just heads or hands, I imagine. What's this right here? Oh. A little jack-in-the-box thing, but with a cobra head instead. Used to scare people. Not sure what that is. Kind of have to look at the stream. Another head there. Likes his heads. Oh yeah, there's the helmet and the sword. It's kind of cool. Okay, there was one more thing to look at over here. This right here. Fortress Rotation Simulator, and there's a lever, kind of like the one down below that we saw. Ah, interesting. So, if we rotate or do this one on the right, doesn't seem to do much. What about this one? Huh. So, this seems to unlock it. And then this one, 2, 3, about 3 seconds. And then if we lock it again, it kind of centers it on that point. Dink. And we got a sound too, that's interesting. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Let go. And okay. So unlock. 1, 2, 3. Let go. And lock. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's pretty simple. I think we can rotate the tower if we want. Let's go give it a try. Go this way, which might be the wrong way. Yeah, this leads us back to the entrance, which we didn't want to go this way, but we'll go over here. That zip thing is kind of nice. It is nice. Let's go down here and see what happens if we pull the lever. Huh. It seems to work differently. It's rotating something. Because this little icon is facing down now. So it's red, or it's red. Oh, it's enabling or disabling something. Oh, it is rotating. Huh. Maybe it's just rotating something up above. Let's rotate it over to where it's red. It's probably going to be most useful for us. One more time. There we go. Okay, let's see what that does. I'm going to push that button again. Because there was... Oh! Open that up, apparently. Maybe. Let's take a look. Take a look. Close that again. Can't walk around it. That's only letting me turn around. It's only letting me turn around. Okay, so we have 3 buttons here. What is this? What does the middle one do? Looks like it only takes us halfway up, which isn't too useful. But that is good to know. Let's go up one more. Oh, I have something here. Huh. Can't go around this, it seems. Oh, look at that. There's an arrow above the door. Ah! There's our 2 switches right there. So, maybe if we hit that middle button and try to step out. Let's take a look at that. Ah! Nice. So, we're going to rotate the tower just once. or one quarter. So if we turn this on, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Hit the button. Oh, cool. Brings our elevator back. Go down. Funny, this world has automated doors, but the other world, so you have to manually close the doors. Let's go see where the entrance is pointing to. Actually, no. Let's go see. Let's go look through the spyglass. I'm interested to see if that will show us anything. Oh, whoops! I didn't want to go to the other side. Whoops. Whoops. Come on. There we go. We're not seeing anything there either. Okay, let's go see if we're pointed at something else. Oh, look at that. We are. Different island. This is a fun little pathway they have built here. Kind of meanders up to where it wants to go. Oh, there's our first or last two symbols. So I'm going to draw some boxes. I'm going to draw 4 boxes. 3, 4. See my boxes? That's so pretty. Okay, and we have what I'm going to call a sun above 3 mountains. Yeah. Sun above 3 mountains. How does that look? I'm drawing it from a distance. Yeah, that's legible. And then half a round of cheese. Is that what that 4th symbol is? What else could that be? A horizon on its side and the sun's coming up. A sideways smile. I don't know. Let's go rotate the tower again. Because you'll see, that's where we were, right there on the left, and there is something else here on the right. So we can rotate another quarter, and that will take us to the other island that was behind us that we couldn't see before. Oh, whoops. I could have lightninged over there. We want to go, I guess it doesn't matter. Let's go this way. See if we can lightning over there. A little bit of time, a little bit of work to get back up here, rotate it, and then go out again. It's not too bad though. Go to the top. Then click the middle button, step out. Simple enough. Okay, so we activate it, that, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoops. I forgot to pull the lever. I wonder what it's going to do here. Let's try it. Go take a look at it. See if it saves the state or if we have to start over. We may need to start over. Aha. Is that a different sound? I don't remember. Well, we better go take a look. Go take a look. It was supposed to be so simple, and I went and screwed it up. Let's go take a look. Just in case. We did get it. Take a look. Lightning over. At least they have a little bit of a speed up with those lightnings. Oh yeah, this is the same one. So, okay. Let's travel back around. They must have just reverted back to what it was before I unlocked it. Lots of lightning. It's nice. Yeah, we can't do a lightning in this elevator, but it's kind of important to the puzzle for finding the switches. So I'll let them do it. So we're probably only going to do this one age this morning. I need a little more time this morning to prepare for my day, so. And it looks like this is a good day to do it, because I don't know if anybody's even watching. Let me know if you're here. Okay, this time we're not going to forget to lock it. 1, 2, 3. Data say user, cheers! Pretty great atmosphere and sound in this game. How far are you into the game? So this is only the second age, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 ages. 5 technically, but 4 that actually have puzzles. Yeah, that's the one we want to be on. But yeah, so this will be our second age. We'll get through this today, and then I'm going to be jumping off after we get through this one. We'll be done with this one pretty soon. So here in the next few minutes. But yeah, I love the atmosphere in this game. I love the sound effects. They did a great job with the audio in it. And Jag version is definitely a lot more colorful than the original version. And having this zip mode is pretty nice too. And I'm checking to see if there's one here. It doesn't look like there is one here. Turn. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. Really like Myst. Myst is really good. And it's the one I have the most nostalgia for. If you want to play a really good game, though, where the puzzles are really difficult and it's beautiful and the atmosphere is great, Riven is the game to play. It's the sequel. It's called Riven, the sequel to Myst. That's the official name for it. I'm pretty sure, at least that's the one that they kept using when they first released it. There's our other 2 codes, and we have basically a cyan logo. Which we'll draw like this. Yeah, there we go. Like that. And then we have a, what's that game called? Backgammon? I drew that terribly too. Well, that'll work. That'll be fine. Okay, so we have our code. We can solve the puzzle at the entrance now. But would you recommend the game to the beginners? To beginners in the genre? Yes, Myst is a good game to start on. So other games a contemporary game that came out the same time as this is The Seventh Guest, which I think was technically preceded this game, but Myst was kind of the game that that kicked off the genre. Seventh Guess, the issue with Seventh Guess is the puzzles are really obtuse. So they really don't make sense. Whereas in Myst, most of the puzzles they're pretty clear, especially once you figure them out. It's kind of like, oh yeah, that I should have seen that. Whereas in Seventh Guess, it's like, how could I have seen that without a walkthrough? And so Myst does a pretty good job with that, and the puzzles are relative, especially to the other Myst games, are relatively easy. Now, Ribbon, the puzzles are much more difficult, but they do make sense. And so it's hard but fair. Fair but hard. But yeah, I would suggest this game first if you've never played one of these puzzle first-person point-and-click adventure games. I'm just trying to think of how, relative to like third-person point-and-click adventure games, like LucasArts games, if this is much, I would say that this game is simpler than most LucasArts games. Oh, whoops, I didn't push the button. Push this button. But yeah, I would suggest this game. What I would suggest, a lot of people don't like this screen-to-screen thing, especially if you're going to play it on the Jag. It's a little bit slow. What I would suggest, if you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, is put Real Myst on Steam on your wish list. If you run Steam. And usually they do a sale where it's under $5. I think it's gone as low as like $2 before. And that's a real-time version of the same game. And so you're moving around kind of like in a first-person shooter with WASD, with looking around with your mouse, and it's a lot faster to play for sure. If you want to play something more modern, they just re-released the game last year or the year before, where they updated everything. And they changed a few of the puzzles and stuff like that, so they're a little more straightforward. But it's a beautiful game. It has a day-night cycle on the island, and I think in some of the worlds too, some of the ages. Yeah, that's I would suggest doing that, especially if you don't know if you're going to like it or not. I would suggest Real Myst. The new version of Myst, which is I think just called Myst, which makes this conversation a little bit confusing. It's full price. I think it's still full price, so it's going to be around $30, I think, or like $24. But yes, I have Steam. Good tippy things. Would be charming to play it on the Jag if it works on the game drive. So I don't know if you've tested any of the CD games on the game drive. I've talked about this a little bit before. Oh, we need to go look. I want to go look through the spyglass here first before we rotate one more time. Come on, click the button. There we go. It's kind of hard to know what you're pointing at when you're holding the page like this. Oh, wow, the audio really lagged that time. Some of the games are functional, like playable, but and Myst is one of those. So I've only tested it out once, and I don't know if this is because of my SD card or how I copied it over. There's a bunch of tricks you have to do to even get the CD games to start on the game drive. But Myst, you can play it. The videos, some of the videos weren't working, and they would. So, for example, at the very beginning, you go down into that room near the dock. And Atris's message can play back there, and it starts playing, but then it just stops. And so they have some sort of code in the game that just says that, hey, if this fails, just stop the video and allow the game to continue. And that's awesome, but you miss out on clues. So if you've never played this game before, you may miss out on some clues because the video playback isn't working correctly. So keep that in mind. We're going to go over to Sirius's room here. I wanted to look through the spyglass here. We can get over to it. There we go. Ah, look at that. It looks like we found out why there aren't black skies anymore. They killed those pirates, the black ships, I think that's what they're called. Of course, we don't have any direct proof of that except for that they were in ships. These could be the friends of Atris as well. It would be cool if there was a black flag so we could verify that, but we can assume that they did eventually destroy the other group that was terrorizing them. So, okay, let's go rotate the tower. It's an interesting little detail in the game. I've never done that before, actually, in this game. This is the first time I've done that. Looked at the spyglass each time. We're going to look at it one more time. We're going to rotate it another quarter, even though there's nothing in that direction. And look through the spyglass, because I've never done that. My guess is there probably won't be anything there, but we'll check anyways. There are other versions of this game you can play. For example, they have this on PSP, and I'm pretty sure they have it on PSP, and they have it on a Nintendo DS. So if you have one of those, you can just download a ROM or find a copy of that and play it on there. They've re-released the game so many times over the years, like 4 or 5 times, that you can find CD versions all the way back from 1993 to like 2007. There's a bunch of versions, and so if you do thrift stores and stuff, you may find they had a masterpiece edition of the game, which has it's full color. They re-rendered all the shots, and they're double the resolution, I think, something like that. But 1, 2, 3, and lock it. There we go. And the sounds, the different sounds do correspond to the directions, and so you can go memorize those sounds on the little simulator thing that we were messing with before. But we're not going to do that here. We're going to go take a look through that spyglass, see if there's anything, and then come rotate this one more time. Yeah, the easiest way to play this game is through Steam right now, though. That's the best way to play it. If you have a PC, anyways. Just trying to think if there's any other versions I've played. I think that's it. I mean, if you have any other console of the 90s, they pretty much released it on every console in the 90s. I believe you can get Ribbon for... yeah, see, there's nothing out that direction. Can we walk out here? Never done that before. Oh yeah, we can walk right out there. Look at that. Yeah, we can see both those islands. That's the island we're going to be finishing up on. They did release Ribbon for the PS1 and PC platforms. I don't know, they may have released it for the Saturn as well. They did release Myst for both the Saturn and the PlayStation 1, and I think the 3DO as well. Panasonic 3DO. We're going to look through the spyglass here. Man, it's difficult to get over to it. Yeah, nothing out that way. Okay, bit of a waste of time, but I'd never done that before. Wanted to see if there was anything special to see. And there was. We saw somebody was hung from the mast of a sunken ship. You don't need to press that button. I was about to press that button. Yeah. There's a little story about Myst. They do a Myst convention every year called Mysterium, and it travels all around the place. I think they've done it. They usually do it in the United States, but I'm pretty sure it's gone to Europe a few times. But it's pretty low key. There's only, when it came to Utah, where I live, there was only one place, or there were only about 40 people there, but it was a 2 or 3 day affair. They had all sorts of different activities, and anyways, the reason why I bring it up is somebody at the convention brought their Myst game collection, and so they had every version of Myst except for the Jag version. I'm pretty sure they didn't have the Jag version, which is a little surprising because at that time you could pick up a full box copy of this game for like less than $10, I think. And so I was a little surprised that they didn't have it, but 1, 2, 3, and lock it. There we go. But the Myst community is really interesting. They're definitely really small, but there's definitely, it's an active group. Right now there's a project called the Starry Expanse that is trying to recreate Ribbon in real time. But it's been a long time coming. But I'll talk about the Myst collection. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, but they had pretty much every copy except for the Jag. That was the only one I didn't see there. They had it, spread out over a table and everything. But yeah, they do a convention every year. They get the creators. They get Cyan is very much involved with the Myst convention. They usually have somebody from the company live stream into the convention, and they do a Q&A session. The time I went, they had one of the original artists for Myst there, and I actually got him to sign a piece of fan art that I did. Oh, there is Real Myst on Switch. Oh yeah, that's right, on Switch. I actually have a copy of that. And it plays great on the Switch. Plays really good on the Switch. It's definitely not the prettiest version of the game, especially compared to the latest version, but it does work. It's serviceable. It doesn't look terrible, and it plays just fine. So, okay, we have our code. Put that in. Oh, was there anything else I wanted to say about Mysterium? Yeah, so they have keynote speakers from Cyan. They're still very much involved with that. Yeah, they had one of the original artists there when I went. That was really cool. Gave a cool speech. But yeah, for the last few years, it's obviously just been an online convention. So you can go look at everything online. They have it all up on their YouTube page. It's probably just Mysterium, if I had to guess. But yeah, they're recreating Ribbon. Cyan has a new game coming up called Firmament, which looks very much like Myst. It's not a Myst game, but it's centered around VR, and it looks fantastic. It looks like they're really spending their time and making sure it fits to the VR environment. Anyways, yeah, Cyan's still kicking strong. They're a small studio. Always have been a small studio, and they're planning on always being a small studio. And they do these cool little games that they've been doing. They did a game back in the early 2010s called Abduction, which is pretty good. I haven't beaten that one, but it's fun. It's hard, like most of their games nowadays. But anyways, this should... Yep, that was correct. And we are done with the Mechanical Age. We're going to go put this page in Sirius's book. And yeah, we're going to call it good. We're not even going to listen to him. Yeah, Real Myst. Real Myst has come out on quite a few platforms. I imagine it's come out on the PS Vita as well, if you have that. I don't know that for sure, but I imagine they probably did that. Go put this in the book. And I'm going to save my game. B to save, A, save. Ready to save. Yep. There we go. Anyways, yeah, the only reason I wouldn't suggest buying it on Myst is it's never going to be on sale. Well, it might be on sale at some point. I guess you could put it on your wish list. I just don't think Nintendo notifies you when anything's on sale. You kind of have to do your own work to make sure you catch sales on the Switch, because everything pretty much remains full price on the Switch. Hey, good morning, Dwayne. Good to see you. I'm actually just about to get off. I I finished up the Mechanical Age and Myst, and so if you want to watch me, you'll have to just rewind and watch me. But good morning. Hope you have a good day, Dwayne. Dataset user, it's good to see you. It's kind of a slow stream today. Nobody chimed in until way late, but that's okay. I started on time today, which was nice. My computer didn't have any issues. I run Linux. I run Kubuntu specifically, and I'm hoping to. I'm not hoping. I'm thinking about resetting my operating system. I usually reset my operating system every few months, anyways. Whenever I upgrade my version, I haven't upgraded it in a while on my desktop, over a year, which is really unusual. I usually reinstall the operating system more often than that, and I'm thinking there's probably just an issue with. Yesterday I had a problem where all my USB connections just disappeared, and resetting didn't seem to help or do anything, and so I don't know what's going on there, but anyways, Myst is it's a really fun game. I grew up playing with it, continue to play it, plan on playing it in the future as long as I have a way of playing it. Dataset user, there's plenty of places to get it on Steam or on the Switch. It does play well on the Switch. The reason why I got it on the Switch is limited run games did a physical release of it, and I like to buy physical if I can. And so I decided, I want a physical copy of Real Myst, and so I have that. And I've actually played through it on my Switch, I think twice. It seems like I played it with somebody once, and then I played it myself once, and so it's a good game. But anyways, thanks for joining me today. I would say like and subscribe. I realize my camera's a little bit out of focus. I don't know why it's struggling. Whatever. Oh, there it goes. Decided to focus there. So maybe what I'm thinking about actually streaming again this week so we can get through Myst a little bit faster. I'll think about that. I was really tired this morning. Did not want to get up. So maybe I'll sleep in tomorrow, and then Friday we'll do a stream Friday morning or something. But next week we'll be back to programming. I'm working on the 240p test suite still. I'm hoping to get through it here in the next week or so. I'm going to spend some time programming, probably, well, not today. Most likely not today. Maybe a little bit today. We'll see. Definitely a little bit tomorrow. We'll work on that. I have some things I got to do for Albert at Atari Age. I'm working on some projects, so I got to spend some time on that as well. But I may get one more stream in today. We'll get through another Age or two. Maybe I'll do a long stream Friday morning. Let's see here. Yeah, in fact, I probably will do that because I'm actually not working Friday. I do have another event on Friday, and so maybe I'll do an extra long stream Friday morning. We'll get through a couple more ages and maybe even finish the game. We may be able to do that. This only took me an hour to get through this age, so maybe we'll do that. Anyways, I'll just notify people on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. So yeah, look forward to that. It was good to see you, data user. Dwayne, have a great day. To anybody else is in the stream, have a great day as well. And we will see you maybe Friday, for sure next Tuesday. Bye.